All right, welcome to This Is the Place, brought to you by We Own This Town, where we discuss the ever-growing and shrinking bar and restaurant options here in the great city of Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Mickey, in the house, back with us.
I didn't go, to my knowledge, I haven't
You
gone
didn't
anywhere.
go anywhere. Just, when I did the intro on the last episode, I was by myself. Of course, you were by yourself when you did the interview with Mike.
Yes, I was. I was.
I was lonely. I need the comfort.
Yes.
I need the comfort. I need to gaze into your eyes from across the table.
All right.
Good to be back.
Yes.
Good.
2019 is going very well so far.
Is it?
Yeah. Lots of great food and fun. There are a lot of things on the horizon.
There are.
Yet to find out what is planned for this year, other than the. You talked about the whole Sean Brock thing, didn't you?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like the most talked about thing probably of 2019. Well, I don't want to go that far, but I'm saying in terms of restaurants, there's a lot of hype about it. I mean, I think they mentioned there was an article in the Wall Street Journal about that place, not the Tennessean.
So Appalachian meditation, comfort food,
something like that.
Podcast situation.
It's like, I don't know what's going on, but they are throwing in the kitchen sink.
Well, I think at this point, if you're going to be dining out, you want a true experience. And what better way to show who you are and what you're all about than to open up a space that encompasses all the things that are important to you?
You want a true experience, but at the end of the night, you want really good food.
Is it about the food?
I guess that's the question now.
But the thing is like, I think he's going deeper. I mean, he's taking care of his team and his staff to ensure that the food is all that it should be. That is pretty incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
to take care of the soul of the people that are behind it, and then it comes out in the service and the food, and so the customers feel like, okay, this is the experience that's coming.
It's more than customers. They're patrons or friends or family. You know what I mean? Because if one of the places in that building is a screened-in porch, which apparently that is one of the places, then it is a family environment. Wait, but it also talked about moving from room to room to experience. Right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm eagerly anticipating what this will be. But
I just want to see some good original Finster work.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really the one who brought the folk art into the forefront back in the 80s, I guess, right?
So, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, but my thing is, like I said, I mean, I think I follow some chefs here and there, and they are looking in different places to really, it's not just about the food anymore, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. When there's this level of chefs, a certain level of chefs that are there in this town, and you got the opportunities with these some of these hospitality groups, they really have to throw they have to bring their game. It's just not about the food. You're right.
Well, they do. It can be just good food. They can do that. Yeah. It can be about that.
Right.
Or it can be about the place and the vibe that you create, but just the whole thing that's happening on Broadway with the with strategic hospitality, Bastion,
right?
We
talked about before,
all Pinewood Social, all their places. I mean, that is pretty exciting in itself,
Sure.
So I'm looking forward to it. But I mean, does that mean that Jack White's going to be opening up a coffee shop in the back of a bistro in the back of a Third Man Records or what?
Who knows?
What does it mean?
Yeah, I don't know. 2019 awaits.
I don't know. It's exciting. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's around the corner.
Any highlights for you in the past couple of weeks or in 2019 that
I think
can be anything?
What, didn't we just have lunch? That was my highlight. So I don't know when you want to talk about that.
We did.
All right. So I know you went to Italy not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I've not had an opportunity to go to Italy, but
you should. If the opportunity arises,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I cannot talk about Italy enough. How good it is.
So you were gracious enough to join me for lunch, and we went to
Bella Napoli.
Yes, located in
What is that area called now? I mean, it sort of is Music Row, but it's sort of between 12th Avenue South.
Is it in WeHo?
No, it's not in WeHo. I don't know. It's not in WeHo.
Is it Edge Hill?
It's in, yeah, right. Is it in Edge Hill? I think it's Edge Hill.
Yeah,
I think you would have to say it's Edge Hill.
It says stone's throw from Music Row, Belmont University, and
it's right behind
12th Avenue.
Yeah,
so.
Taco Mamacita.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to know where it is. You kind of need...
well, we were going to give him a meter. So you've heard us mention Old Glory.
Right. It is right by next to Old Glory.
If you know where that is, since it's hidden, it's right behind Old Glory.
Yeah, it's right next to Old Glory.
But they've been around for
9 years.
9 years now. Mm-hmm. It feels longer.
It does. I thought I actually was going to say, I thought it's been around for like 12 to 15 years.
I mean,
but I guess not.
I mean, I've gone there for lunch and I've gone there for dinner. I remember the first time I went in, the thing that kind of blew my mind is the pizza is just so different, you know?
So the reason why it's different is because the two owners are actually from Italy.
Yes.
And a lot of their ingredients come from Italy.
The main one comes from Italy.
Well, a couple of them do. The main one is the Caputo flour.
Yes.
Which comes from, I believe that's the namesake. I believe that's the city of Caputo.
Yeah.
And so you can't find that anywhere else in town, at least not that I'm aware of.
No.
And also they have San Marzano sauce, which comes from the Sarno area of Italy. So
that it was delicious.
I mean, it definitely is that Italian style of pizza. If you don't know what that is, it's certainly not traditional American pizza. You're going to have a pretty thin bread, pretty thin sauce,
and there's a way to eat it too.
And right. Yeah, but it really I thought it was great. It really brought me back to last year when I was in Camogli, and my wife and I were sitting outside looking at the Mediterranean, drinking some beer Moretti, the La Bianca, and we went into this little pastry. I guess it's a pastry shop. I mean, they have pastries, but also have these flatbread pizzas, and that's really what it reminded me of. Was this pizza that I had in Italy? Yeah, and it was great. I really, really, really enjoyed it.
Well, I recommend it. I mean, it's lunch, and we went for lunch and dinner, and it's really good.
I've heard the lasagna is great.
The lasagna is delicious. They have lunch specials, and then dinner is just great. And you can actually see them prepare the pizza, and they've got the stove. I mean, it's just great. I highly recommend it. Yeah. But it's reasonably priced too as well.
Yeah. So like I said, it's right behind Taco Mamacita. You kind of have to go through a little
directly behind Barcelona. I mean, if I can.
Yeah. It's not up front and by the street, so you have to kind of know where you're going. But anyway, speaking of pizzas, we've talked about Tailgate Brewery in the past when we went there. Several months ago, I don't know.
Great beer.
September, really good beer. I went back there again and had their cauliflower crusted pizza.
What was that like?
So I guess the whole keto thing. It's not vegan.
Yeah.
So I can't say it's for the vegan lovers out there, but it is can be vegetarian, obviously.
Yeah.
Not that there's any meat and bread or flour, but it was really good. I was actually, I don't want to say shocked, but I was surprised at how good it was. As you can imagine, it's a pretty thin crust. But for anybody who's like, ooh, cauliflower, no, I don't think so. That sounds like no. Does it taste like cauliflower? Sure, it has a little bit of that taste, but it's not overbearing in any way. It's very subtle, very subdued, and you taste the other ingredients. You taste the sauce, you taste the cheese or whatever. Yeah. It was great. It was really good. Apparently, I had a good talk with, I believe Adam was the bartender. I was there by myself. I was having to do, I had to be out of my house for a while. We were just chatting, and he mentioned that the cauliflower crust comes from this group out of California. They ship the cauliflower crust in. It started out, I think he said, some soccer moms or something like that. Started this company of, not that soccer moms, sometimes that can have a negative connotation to it.
Who are you talking to? Well, that is our majority of our audience is soccer moms. So sorry, no offense.
Yeah, no. No, yeah,
ladies.
it's not, negative. I mean, of course, and I'm not talking about Soccer Mommy, the great local artist.
They're good.
Anyway, but he was saying, we just found them and they've gotten so popular, we're not sure if we're going to be able to use them for much longer. So I think they're experimenting, Tailgate is experimenting with their own recipes, and maybe that'll happen soon. But anyway, cool. It was great. And they also had, just want to shout out real quick, Thanks Paul IPA that I had there. It probably is not going to be there much longer. Dude, they're on the back end, I think, of that.
Yeah.
As we've talked about in the past, that's their specialty, is these quick runs of beer, besides their like 4 or 5 staples. But it was great. Can't recommend the cauliflower pizza enough. I'll definitely be back there.
There are multiple Tailgate locations as well too.
Bellevue downtown, I think, and
East Nashville.
East Nashville.
So why should we stop talking about pizza? I don't think we should.
Keep it going.
So all right. So happy hour. So my introduction to this restaurant was happy hour, and as it turns out, this is kind of like I'd say they're a major part of the East Nashville fabric. I mean, this restaurant's been there for a while.
Yeah, they were early on.
Yeah, I mean, they've been there for a while, and it's in a historic building. It's Lockeland Table.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it.
Okay.
Yes. Right across from
yes.
Urban Cowboy.
Exactly.
Well, it's diagonally.
Yeah, but it's
want
across the street. So my first, the first time I was in there, it was happy hour, and it was many years ago, and I actually did get a pizza for happy hour.
Yeah.
And had great cocktails. And every time I've been in, you either turn to your left or right and someone's talking to you. I've been a couple of times.
It's a great bar.
A couple of times that I've been in, and I've been by myself or whatever, and I turn to the couple to the right or left, and they're sharing their food on their plate with me, which is odd. But
it happens.
The food
when Mickey is around, it seems like it happens a lot.
Yeah, the food was so delicious, and I can say there have been a few drinks bought for me there as well too. So of
course.
But I mean, the pizza is fantastic there. There's usually 1 or 2 like on the happy hour menu.
Right.
And it's a great introduction to the restaurant itself too, if you just want to kind of go in and ease in. Now, the restaurant is ideal for dinner in the evenings.
Yeah. I mean, it's a local neighborhood restaurant,
And particularly during wintertime, I like it. I mean, you go in and they have a wood burning stove and either pizza's coming out of there, or you could get some, let's see, what would we call it? It would be toast that's been cooked over an open flame.
Right.
The first time I had bone marrow, I had it there.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, it was delicious. It was amazing. I don't know. I could go on and about meals that I've had there, but particularly good, the pizza.
Yeah. Last time I was there, which was fairly recently for happy hour, I had a great, they have several wines on the happy hour list, and like you mentioned, the pizzas and great wine, great pizza. But I definitely have to say, if you plan on eating there, get a reservation.
Well, I'm going to recommend they go.
Yes, recommend they go. But first, because it's not a huge place.
It's not big.
And we tried to go there actually last week, and I was like, oh, it's 5:30. It should be able to get in. No, it was like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reputation you got. So it's not like you have to make a reservation weeks in advance, but call them in advance.
Yeah, they do have a great pork chop as well too. Everything I've ever had there has been really good.
Well, great. Well, I'm going to tell you one more highlight that I had.
Oh, the highlights go on.
Yeah, the highlights go on besides my cauliflower pizza. I went and saw this band, and they played at the basement, and they are called The Robe, and they do not have a record out yet, but really, really, really good.
Dude.
That's all I'm going to say. It was a highlight.
Okay, well, you've got me... I'm interested.
It's a local band. The singer, songwriter, every instrument player has been around for a long time, and I'm excited for his record to come out. So,
well, I can't wait.
I gotta say, if you're a fan of, I don't know, Deer Hunter, shoegaze, Kraftwerk, New Order, whatever, that's little.
That's a wide range right there.
Yeah, but it the album covers a wide swath of influences, but it sounds like nothing else except The Robe.
Wow.
Anyway,
well, I'm looking forward to that.
Keep them on your radar.
Definitely will.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you went to a place.
New place opened up off of Charlotte Avenue.
Okay.
it is. It used to be an old church.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
It used to be an old church, and they've done a great job on the building. It's a great space, amazing space. The restaurant is called Hathorne.
Okay.
And the chef has been around in local restaurants over the last 27 years and opened up his own place finally. And the space itself, they've done an amazing job. The night that I went, I remember pulling up, and there's not a lot of parking around the place. And I was using my GPS, and I was like, I found it. I was like, but where is it? And I parked, and I walked up the block, and I see all these people like going in different directions, and I see two folks, and now I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for this restaurant. Oh, they're like, it's right this way. And it was one of the managers. He like walked me in, and I was going in from the back of the restaurant. I was like, wow. I walk in, and it just kind of opened up. The space is really nice and open.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of it. Cool.
I think they were only open a few days at that point, but it was really good. It was a nice surprise. So I go in, I sit down at the bar. I had a beer. Can't recall what type of beer I had, and I had the meatballs, and they were pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's their kind of overall vibe in terms, is there a specific type of food, Southern type food, French type food, Italian, or is it good comfort food? What do you got?
I mean,
or do they not need a tag? Do I not need to pigeonhole them into
it's
any
hard
sort of thing?
I mean, their whole deal is, it's called Hawthorne. And it's named after the hawthorn tree. Okay. A symbol for its allure in Irish mythology.
Okay.
So if that gives you anything to go on. It's New American. That's what the food is.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's kind of what it's a little bit inspired from the surroundings in the South. Some ethnic threads are kind of woven in. American cuisine. It was great. The meatballs, they were delicious. They were a bit spicy.
Yeah. So the meatballs come
it was the spicy lamb, beef, and pork meatballs. Okay. So it's kind of a combo. And on the side, this is the thing that kind of threw me. On the side, there's like preserved lemon.
Okay.
So I couldn't really. There was a lot going on, and I also had. I had.
Was there too much going on?
I had the frites also. I'm just saying there was a lot going on. I was surprised. And it takes a lot to surprise me if I'm eating food. But I didn't know what to do. I mean, it was a little zesty, a little sweet, but I don't know. I have to go back and kind of try them again. And then the frites, they're really good as well too. But anywhere, you were mentioning cauliflower. They have a fried cauliflower dish on the menu as well too.
Well, that interests me because I am a fan of cauliflower.
Combined with the
fried
bacon.
Cauliflower.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, I get that.
And they have charred sourdough. That was delicious.
Charred sourdough.
Yes.
So is that a toast or is that a
sourdough that's been charred?
I get that. Was anything on it?
Butter. That's all you need on something like that. It's good. And they had you got the shaved Brussels. You've got roasted heirloom carrots. I mean, they've got a wide variety on the menu. And if you have someone who's leaning towards vegetarian, it's not a bad place to check out.
I would say some good comfort food.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, it's very good. They also have a fried chicken dish on the menu as well too. Of course. So reasonably priced.
Is it hot chicken?
There's no heat mentioned at all.
I think that's
just no. Just it is. Leave it. Let it be.
Okay. All right.
Because Anyway, so Hawthorne, highly recommend it. They're open.
Where did you say it was?
It's off of Charlotte Avenue.
Okay, it's on the west side.
It's on the west side.
Good.
And highly recommended. Dinner. In the evenings from they kind of open up at 5.
Yeah.
And then also brunch on the weekend as well. Okay. So I would definitely check it out. They have a happy hour and then they have a joyful hour.
What?
The joyful hour is Thursday through Saturday, 10 p.m. to 11:30 p.m.
Oh, that's kind of like the bar Otaku that I mentioned last time that has 2 happy hours. They just call it 2 happy hours.
Well, that's what I'm talking about because I got introduced to 2 happy hours while I was in Portland.
Really?
And I'm all about that. You had the early one, and then you had the late one.
Yeah. No,
it gave you a reason to stay out or go out or be out.
Or go back out again.
Yeah, but definitely check out Hathorne and let me know what your thoughts are.
Well, this episode, we're actually going to stay on the west side.
Oh, nice.
Actually.
Yes.
We finally
broke out.
Not that we're biased towards WeHo or towards East Nashville. But,
not that we live in those areas.
No, not at all. But we tend to go more towards those areas. But mainly it's just because there are a lot of restaurants in those areas. But thankfully, there are 2 great restaurants on the west side, among many others. One of those is Hathorne, and the other one that I went to just, it's been a little while, a couple weeks back. I went to Chaatable, which is, have you heard of it?
No.
You're like, looked at me like, what?
No, I mean, the name, it cracks me up.
The name is funny. Is a little funny, and they do have some funny names for dishes as well. But it is again on Charlotte Avenue, definitely in the heart of West Nashville. I don't know where the heart of West Nashville is, but
is there a heart in West Nashville?
Double Dogs,
that's my question.
Maybe.
That's a new heart transplant. Okay.
But yeah, it's over in West Nashville, and it is a part of the Morph Hospitality Group. If you remember when I talked about the Mockingbird, love that place. It is part of that hospitality group. Nice. And so this is what is tagged as Indian street food. The chef is Chef Manit. She has been around for a while. I don't know what she had before Chaatable. I think maybe she did pop-up sort of things. Maybe she had another restaurant. I'm honestly not sure, but this is her new endeavor, and I have to say it is really good. First off the bat is, how I feel about bathrooms.
I don't. Everyone has to go to them. Everyone has to use them.
I think it is.
But go ahead and tell me that.
Documented that I like a good unique bathroom with my dining experience. Don't shake your head or look down at me. Hey,
all I'm saying is, I don't know what you're saying. Are you talking about decor in the restroom, or
I'm not talking about the stall.
Usefulness of the facilities?
Every facility is useful in some way.
I'm just saying it's not. Okay.
It is maybe one of the nicest looking, coolest bathrooms in Nashville.
That's
cool. I'm just going to say that. Cool. Very obviously Indian themed, but all I can say is just go. Hey, if you need to go, use the bathroom somewhere and want to do it somewhere interesting, you don't even have to eat there. Just go there. But I'm going to scratch that. No, you need to eat there. Anyway.
Okay.
So Chaatable, it's been opened, opened in the fall sometime of 2018, and it's already gotten a lot of hype, and it is well-deserved hype. So we went there with some friends, and I do have to say the guy who waited on us was excitable, excitable boy. He felt very strongly about some of the dishes. He threw out that the samosa might be the best samosa in the world, even better than samosas in India, which I
Wait, did you say samosas in Italy? In India?
Yeah.
Okay, India.
Samosas. Did I say Italy?
No, I said it, but you just said it.
Okay. I no, I'm saying what this guy said.
Yeah, okay, all right. Who? Just some guy.
It was some random dude, and he just started asking us what we wanted. No,
and he was been to India.
No, he has not been.
Okay, I'm just checking.
The guy looked like Carrot Top. I don't think he'd been to India.
All right.
Anyway, no, he was super nice. He was super cool. He was just a little excited. He was a little excited about the food, which, you want your server to be excited about what he's talking about when he's giving recommendations. But he said, you got to try the samosas. You got to try a couple of different dishes. So we did try those, and they were really, really good. And I have to say, so I used to have to go to England quite a bit back in the day of my previous life when I had this other job. And
Are you going to tell me about Brick Lane?
No.
That's Indian.
I know what it is, but I'm not going to. All I'm going to say is I've had some really good Indian food.
On Brick Lane?
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I've had the finest Indian food I've ever had.
I've had some amazing Indian food. It's really hard to beat. But Chaatable comes really close. I'm not going to say it's the best Indian food I've ever had, but it comes pretty damn close.
Well, to be in Nashville and to say that's strong. I got to check this place out.
I think that's huge. And they had some really, really, really good food. So, some of the standards that you think of Indian food, the okra, they had an okra dish called, actually it's kind of ridiculous what it's called. I think it's called the Okra Winfried Show. But it is...
Nashville, get the connection. That's
I totally know. It's okra fingers, but I mean, I love okra, and it is really one of the best okra dishes I've had. So the okra is fantastic. So the traditional, you think of naan, I believe, is in terms of bread, but they don't have what is considered traditional naan. They do have puri though, so and puri is very much a traditional Indian bread, and we had that, and it was really, really good. I think the closest thing to the traditional bread would be, I think, the right stuff. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about each individual dishes because we shared a lot of dishes between the chicken dish. I had a lamb dish. Everything was very good. Obviously a lot of chutney, some chat. So it's called Chaatable, and chat it's a very broad term for different types of street food. So traditionally it's a savory snack that you would find in food carts in India. And so they're taking that and putting their spin on it and having all these different dishes that are chat type of dishes. So that's where the name comes from. So Chaatable is CHAAT, not CHAT. For anybody who hasn't looked and seen how to spell that. But anyway, yeah, it is really good, and it is definitely the place to be. I would say.
I mean,
this is the place. What's the name of the show?
So you would say,
this is the place.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to have to check it out.
So when you get a chance, head back over to the west side and go to Chaatable.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Yeah. So coming up next,
it's going to be something exciting. I feel like we haven't really talked about desserts. So
desserts? Yeah.
We haven't.
No, I don't think we have.
But who likes sweets? Why should we'll see?
Poo on sweets.
I didn't. That's not what I meant. But we'll see. But no. Look forward to the next episode.
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I think it'll be good, and it might be the. We'll just have to see what it is.
What?
It's gonna be the dive bar episode.
No, that already happened, dude.
Oh,
catch up.
Okay.
It was so good. You thought it.
Oh man. Well, you know what? There's a lot of good places, new places that we haven't been to yet. There's still a lot to talk about.
Compile some data. Let's do it. Man, word on the street.
Let's get some metrics.
I've got to start talking to some people and find out what's going on.
Yeah.
See what's on the horizon.
All right. Yeah, do it. And who knows? Maybe we'll have another interviewee here in the next couple episodes.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great. Bring it on. If you're interested in talking to us, you know where to reach us.
All right. So remember, eat up, drink up, and if anybody asks, this is the place to be. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And next. So the...
That was a hard pause.
Yes, that was a hard pause.